Yes, yes, and yes. Another long episode where we are exploring Vvardenfell, specifically engaging with its local organizations and specifically by joining its infamous House of Telvanni. This is a more chill episode. It was a long week for me, but still, this playthrough is not without its drama. A vibrantly dressed Argonian navigates Sadrith Mora's xenophobic structures and attitudes, falls down elevated platforms, discovers how the Mages Guild makes money, learns what monks do in these lands, avoids getting his attributes drained, and much, much more. And also, we've got some fan art to enjoy, so let's get straight into it. Hello and welcome back to yet another adventure and day in Things Like Cor's life. I will take you and him onto a wonderful adventure through the land of Vvardenfell. And I am sitting here with my to-do list for things to do. It's not that long, but we've got a few administrative things to focus on in this episode. And obviously we'll have fun in the meanwhile, so it won't be all bore and chore. But there are a couple of things that we need to do. And a few of you have voiced some tips and tricks for how I can get better, faster, sooner. And part of this also involves looking at stats, taking advantage of our environment. And first and foremost, we need to, well, it doesn't have to be the first thing that we look at, but we definitely have to look at our advancement through the guilds that we're in. And right now we're in the Blades and we're in Mages Guild. And I hope that we can join the Telvanni of this episode as well, because we are going to Sadrith Mora, which is over here. So right now we only have Vulverine Hall mapped out, but that's in Sadrith Mora. As you will see, it's a rather large Dunmer settlement over here at the eastern side of the map. So, but first and foremost, before we approach over there, oh yeah, and other things that we'll be looking at, we'll be acquiring an alchemical set. And one thing that we might as well just do also while we're here is get some free stuff from the various mages guilds, because now that we're a member, we can practically take whatever. Okay, there's nothing in here, but we'll find places where there are stuff that we can take advantage of. We'll also be reading this guide to Ald'ruhn in a bit, just so we can familiarize ourselves with the place. But first, let's just, well, pretend to have a sit here and look at this wonderful piece of fan art. This is an illustration, as you can see. It's Things Like Cor, who is sitting out in the rain. He's enjoying a nice little read while the water is cascading down from the sky and onto the streets of Balmora. This is done by artist Shay, who is a fellow audience member here in this channel, and is just a fantastic piece of work. I was not only dazzled and completely taken aback by the level of detail in it, but also just the fact that it summarizes Things Like Cor so much. So Shay, please, if you're on Tumblr, do give them a follow. I have a link here, of course, that I will be providing in the description. But what a talent, honestly, and what an incredible piece. I'm so delighted that, Shay, you took the time to do this. I was just so happy when I saw it, and there's so many details in it, like the cracks on the chair, the sword, the claymore under it, and the way that the water just comes down in these thick droplets. I just absolutely love it. It's just gorgeous. So in your comments, do send Shay some love, and yeah, just it is objectively gorgeous. So thank you so much, and I'll leave it as in the thumbnail of this episode as well. So thanks a lot, Shay, again. Before we leave this room, it's quite cozy in here actually. There's just everything that we need except food. We have loads of that, which is also why we will be acquiring an alchemical set. We have a skooma pipe, which is not ideal for making potions in, but yeah, we will definitely get going with that. Okay, but first, let's just acquaint ourselves with Ald'ruhn before also leaving it. We'll have a great look at Ald'ruhn at some point. For now, I just want to read about it, and as you can see here, there's this giant structure in the middle of, well, at the northern end of the city, or of the town, that is potentially a big mudcrab shield that belonged to a creature that once lived. It is either a fossil or it's a more recent exoskeletal piece, but it's quite fascinating to imagine a creature that size walking around in these lands and then leaving behind this massive exoskeleton. So we'll be seeing that from outside. We saw a little bit of it in the last episode, but anyways, maybe we'll get a mention here. Principal districts of Ald'ruhn. So I'll just scroll down. House Redoran, interesting. Okay, Ald'ruhn is the district seat of House Redoran and one of the largest settlements on Vvardenfell. The three principal districts are Ald'ruhn Town, Ald'ruhn Underscar, and Bogmoth Fort. Ald'ruhn Town is a large settlement in the Redoran village style, built of local materials, with organic curves and undecorated exteriors, inspired by the landscape and by the shells of giant native insects. Most guild halls, corner clubs, and merchants are sited in the southwest corner of town, convenient to West Gate and the Strider Port, while the temple is located on high ground to the east and surrounded by a residential section. Ald'ruhn Underscar is the most distinctive architectural feature of Ald'ruhn, a manor and council district sheltered beneath the shell of an ancient, extinct giant crab. Okay, so not mud crab, but just crab. The large carapace encloses a central dome from which radiate the entrances to the Redoran council chambers, the manors of the Redoran councillors, and shops of a few upscale merchants. Bogmoth Fort is the Imperial Legion garrison for the district. The strong walls and towers of this western fortress lies a short distance to the south of Ald'ruhn Town, through South Gate, behind the Mages Guild. Services. Redoran services are in the council hall and the council house and councillors' manors of Ald'ruhn Underscar. The Ald'ruhn Temple on the east side of town provides service for temple worshippers. Bogmoth Fort offers services to the Imperial Legion and devotees of the Imperial Cult, including an Imperial Cult altar. The guild halls of the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild are near the South Gate. Pricey but high-quality clothier, alchemist, and enchanter shops are under Scar as well. Commodities at reasonable prices, but with smaller selections, are available from the smith, clothier, trader, pawnbroker, and bookseller near the entrance to Ald'ruhn Underscar. The Ald'scar Inn and the Council Club Corner Club are found to the west, near West Gate and the Strider Port. The Rat in the Pot Corner Club is in South Ald'ruhn, near the guild halls. Notable figures. All 6 Redoran councillors, Brara Morvain, Lauren Ramoran, Athin Sarathi, Gary Seletri, Minor Aruba, and Bolvin Venim have major residencies in Ald'ruhn Underscar. Edwina Elbert, who we met last time of course, is the Mages Guild steward, and Perseus Mercius has recently become the Fighters Guild steward. The Fighters Guild, there's a whole new thing there we could tap into at some point. Old Methil Siran is an eminent temple priest and scholar. Rezapulia is commandant of Bogmoth Fort, but Emsin the Dreamer is the chapter steward. The Red Guardian is priest of the Imperial Cult. Goran Andorisis, the guild steward of the Morag Tongue, whose guild hall is found in Ald'ruhn Underscar. Okay, travel and transportation. Roads lead northwest to Margan and Nissis villages, and by a circuitous western route to Caldera, Balmora, and points south. The road to Balmora swings northwest to avoid the barren waste and curves around towards the west until it heads south again to Caldera. Between Ald'ruhn and Caldera are many side paths. Watch for signposts, or you'll get lost. The Strider Port is along the western town wall, north of West Gate. Strider service goes from Ald'ruhn to Balmora, Nissis, Cool, or Margan. Guild guides at the Mages Guild teleport you to Balmora, Vivek, Caldera, and Sadrith Mora for a modest fee. Namok is a long and exceptionally unpleasant walk, west to the coast, then south. There are no trails or marked routes. Casual travelers ill-equipped for the attacks of wild beasts and brigands should keep to the roads and travel services. That makes the whole world feel so much bigger, just reading this. And because looking at a map, like, it's not, oh, well, we have to be outside, of course. But looking at a map of the town, well, there is one here inside the guide, actually. It doesn't seem like much. And still, all the different districts have, like, names, and it just feels like it's much larger than it actually is. So, I like that, though. It's nice that the game does that and really kind of expands upon itself textually. And also the road to Namok is long and dangerous. What was that? Namok. Namok. Ah, over here by the coast. Interesting. Yeah, I can see it would seem difficult getting over there. A lot of cliff racers likely on the way as well. So, and obviously there are a few comments concerning just interacting with the world from the lot of you, and one of those includes fatigue, and I will try to keep an eye out on it because it frustrates me potentially as much as it frustrates you looking at me just wasting it away. I will keep running, I think, if I can activate that. Oh yeah, I'm sneaking. But I will be sure to, when we're out in the open, not spend too much of it, of course. Sorry, I am faffing about right now. We want to travel to Sadrith Mora. I would love to stay here in Ald'ruhn and explore more of the town, and we will get to that. It's just that right now, or last time, we acquired a quest from Edwina, who asked us to talk to Skink in the Tree Shade in Sadrith Mora and get a detect creatures potion from him. Apparently she's been waiting for it for quite a while, so she is like, it's simply taking Skink in Tree Shade forever to finish it. Go to Vulverine Hall in Sadrith Mora and bring the potion back to me as soon as Skink is finished. And I think that this is Erinel. Hello Erinel, let's talk to her. I'm Erinel, the High Elf Guild Guide. I provide instantaneous travel between various Mages Guild halls on Vvardenfell. What is your destination? I can also help with local information. Do you need services? Are you looking for a specific place or someone in particular? Well, we could ask you about services, Erinel. House Redoran. Oh, yeah, of course this is, as we learned, a House Redoran kind of hub here in the city, so in this town. We kind of already got this from... Yeah, I'll skip this information because we already got it from the guide. And... Ah, okay, interesting. I'm just going to read the first sentence here. The Redoran Council, the Redoran Noble Manors, and fine merchants are in the Manor District, all inside an ancient Emperor crab shield known as Scar. Interesting. So, Emperor Crab. Do you know what? I would love to actually just draw that at some point. I'm sure someone has already drawn an Emperor Crab, but also assign a scientific name to it and just do some various little, anatomical schematics for it. Or Shay might do that. You don't have to, Shay. It is just a funny little idea because I love looking at animal schematics, and I realized I love doing them. If I had time, I'd do them for almost every single creature that we meet here. But in any case, that's how it is. Anyways, background. I am Erinel, Guild Guide and Apprentice of the Mages Guild. Her trade? I'm a Guild Guide. I can teleport you to various destinations for a modest fee. Right. Okay. I'm going to let her teleport us right now. And wow, there's some good prices for that. Sadrith Mora. Please take us to Sadrith Mora. Whoosh. Nice.
That guy asks way too many questions. I'm listening, please. Go ahead.
Like that he's looking at her. Like, is he talking about me? Okay. Hello, Ariel. Yes, things like Cor. I'm Ariel Fineal. Fienel. Fiencel. Fiencel, yeah. Fiencel. Go ahead. I'm sure you have questions. Maybe if you have some spells that we could perhaps buy from you. That would be nice. We don't really have anything here that we could use, but that's fine. Someone in particular. If you're not Telvanni or Telvanni retainers, you'll only need Angaradel, Prefect of Hospitality at the Gateway Merchant Inn, and Eri, Gateway's Publican. Otherwise, look at the Council Hall for the Telvanni Mouths. Felissa Ulyssan, Gallus Athiendis, Arara Uvulas, Malam Ryon, Raven Omain, spokesman for their Councillor Mages Lords, and the Lion Arvel, Telvanni Council Clerk. So this is where we are. So now we're in Sadrith Mora, and that's why she's referring to all these people. So we've teleported ourselves over to through the Mages Guild Teleportation Services. You should really have a nice little cozy name for that. I don't know, Arcane Travels or something like that. Okay, fair enough. Anyways, over at Wolverine Hall, look for Rundi the Nord, Fighters Guild Steward, Procyon Nigilius, Mages Guild Steward, and Aonius Otrus, Imperial Cult Priest. Councillor Mage Lord Master Neloth lives in Tel Naga, the Wizard Tower in the center of town. Big Helende, the Thieves Guild boss, hangs out at Dirty Muriel's Corner Club. And for those of you who have played both DLCs, or at least the last DLCs of Skyrim, they'll remember that Master Neloth appears in that, and we actually get to meet him and do quests for him there. So we'll be able to interact with Neloth 200 years before the plot of Skyrim.
Greetings. What exactly do you require of me?
Eniel. A few things. Okay. Oh yeah, she's the one who brought us here. Interesting. I can transport you instantaneously to the Mages Guild at Vivek, Caldera, Ald'ruhn, or Balmora. Okay. She basically has the same dialogue as the other...
you won't take too much of my time.
Transporter? What will you call a person like that? What did you refer to yourself? A guild guide, yes, the other guild guide in Ald'ruhn. So we'll go over and see Tusamiriel. Okay, hello Tusamiriel. I'm fine, thank you. What can I do for you? Sorry, this is the other person. We've already established a certain dialect for Altma men. I'm fine, thank you. What can I do for you? Well, hello Tusamiriel. It doesn't really have anything about his trade. Is there something potentially? No. We could sell him some of our ingredients, but perhaps that would be counterintuitive to the fact that we want to use them to create potions. And there is skink and trees.
Answers.
How can I help you? A fellow Argonian. Hello.
So strange this place, far from the marsh.
It is indeed, and far from Anvil as well, and the cosmopolitan streets of Cyrodiil, but it's all good. It's quite a cosmopolitan room though at the same time, so we're quite happy with the representation in here. Anyways, skink in tree shade. Let's talk about that detect creatures potion. I'm sorry. I am at your service. Are you here for duties or advancement? Actually, skink in tree shade. We're here for the detect creatures potion that Edwina has so impatiently asked for. Yes, of course, friend. Take this potion back to Edwina, along with my apologies. Speak with me again next time you are here. I may have some duties for you, Evoker. Your journal has been updated. Interesting. So we also need to go through the advancement. I don't know if you can call it. We just need to advance through the guild, basically. The Mages Guild appreciates the duties you've done, but you simply do not meet our requirements for Conjurer. Okay, so we have to just briefly go in here again and look at what we need to... We need to have intelligence at 30 and willpower at 30. And right now intelligence is at 50, so we have that. Willpower at 30, so that's perfect. But we also need to have our favorite skills. Why is it called favorite skills? That's weird. Oh, so we need to have 1 skill at 40 and need to have 2 skills at 10. So right now we have alchemy. Let's see, which do we need to advance? Oh, let me just... Okay, luckily, it's amazing you can do like that. It's just like, you know, it's like an operating system within a game. There we go. And voila. Okay. Mage skill. So we have destruction, of course. That is not past 40. So we're soon we'll have destruction at 40. And we could potentially go and talk to someone who could train us in that. Is there another one that we have? The next one that we have a chance to upgrade. No, wait a second. We need 1 skill of 40. So we just need to upgrade destruction. Sorry. And then 2 skills at 10. Okay, so as soon as we have just gotten 1 more in destruction, we'll actually be able to level up. That's perfect. Okay. Well, is there one of you who happens to be a
Outlander.
destruction
I hope
mage?
you won't take too much of my time.
I will not, of course, take too much of your time. Dabine Mornardle. Mornardle? I am Dabien Mornardle, enchanter and apprentice of the Mages Guild. Welcome to Sadrith Mora, sings like Cor. This is the district seat of House Telvanni. We see many outlanders here, but Sadrith Mora is not a very friendly town, especially if you're an outlander. Can I help you find services? I think we're good for now, Dabien.
Do you need something?
We might go and have a stroll through Sadrith Mora. I think this is something that it's a very exciting place. That's at least how I recall it as being. I recall it as being exciting. Eulani Helleran. The same to you, sings like Cor. Welcome to Sadrith Mora and House Telvanni Country. What brings you to the island? Are you planning to visit some specific place here? Or is there anything else I can help you with? Some spells maybe, I don't know. Water walking could be a thing that we would purchase. Do you know, we're going to get water walking. That's going to save us some time traveling across the country, or the land, just over the land. And we've got spell making, which is another gameplay element I never really got into. Or did I? I might have made a few in the past. But anyways, we're not here for that. Procyon Nigilius. Hello, Procyon Nigilius. You can teach us destruction at a really high cost. So maybe we'll wait with you. We need to make some money also.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
And I am
Do you need something?
Can you take things? Oh yeah, supply chest here. So this is all ours, and I should remember that this is available at every guild hall. Ooh, there's some lovely goodies in this chest here. I'm just going to rearrange this to their approximate default places, and let's go through some of the stuff that we got. So we've got an Almcivi intervention, which Cor used in one of my videos with Serana when they were stuck in a hairy situation, getting attacked by the Thalmor. So we can get to use that also, which is going to be very handy. Scroll of Daedin's Panacea, cure common disease in self, okay, and then a scroll of divine intervention. So the intervention scrolls are effectively going to help us in very difficult situations where we feel like there is no other resort than to escape this situation with our lives intact. So that's what they're for, and we got those for free, so that's wonderful. We've got 3 soul gems, which we haven't had up until this point, so there's a lot to look at here. What is this? Oh, this was the one that we found there in the dead body in the last episode. Okay, perfect. Hello, Ariel. Do you know what?
Greetings.
Will we just go to...
What exactly do you require of me? First the vision, then the conjuration. This is unsettling.
First the vision, then the conjuration. I love this. It's very overwhelming, all of it, I have to admit. We're faffing about at the moment. We're getting distracted by this and that, but I think it'll be ideal for us to just go in and see what's in the supply chests in the various Mages Guilds. And the cool thing is that we can teleport from Mages Guild to Mages Guild. And I could have actually just teleported from the Mages Guild in Balmora all the way over here, but we have the fun of strolling along the landscape, so I don't regret that. We also have a book that I got here, Special Flora of Tamriel, which I assume is not written by Ajira. And look, now we found a skill book as well. And let me just see how long this is. This is a very long book, so I'm going to wait with reading that. We'll do so at another point. We've got the brief history of the Empire.
What do you want?
Are any of these skill books actually, come to think of it? And okay.
Strange.
Administrative duties. Administrative duties.
There's someone watching.
Hello.
You want something?
Anna Renan. Welcome to Ald'ruhn, sings like Cor. I am Anna Renan, alchemist. Are you new here? I don't believe we've met. Barter. So he has. Yes, he does. And it is pricey. I'm not sure we're going to be doing that, but we will be. Okay, that is locked, so I don't think we're allowed to take that. I don't think we're allowed to take this. Will we try and just take it and see what happens?
Thievery is a serious offense.
Yeah,
Guards!
definitely not take that. Okay, we're just gonna load this one here.
Hello. I hope you won't take too much of my time.
I hope you won't take too. I won't take too much of your time. No.
I could feel that.
Tidings and good wishes to you, friend.
Thank you, Edwina, and thank you for the job. Oh, we might as well just go and say, did you get the detect creatures potion from Skink? Yes, we did. Here it is. Ah, at last. You've brought me a detect creatures potion. Will you give the potion to me now? Yes, of course. Here it is. Why would we hold it back from you? Excellent. I don't know. Why don't I give you a potion more useful to an evoker in the field? Your journal has been updated. Potion of detect creatures has been removed from your inventory. Exclusive potion of shadow has been added to your inventory. Ooh, wow. Let's ask her about the book that we gave her last time, Chronicles of Nucheleft. We read that, and it was a bit hard to read because of the various names. But according to her, Chronicles of Nucheleft has been invaluable in my research. Perfect. Great. Okay.
Is
hello.
there something you need?
No Tanar. Lurvy. Good day, sings like Cor. Can I help you find your way around Ald'ruhn? Is there a specific place you're looking for? No, I'm getting distracted all the time, Tanar, but I'd love to just have a look at what you are offering in terms of goods and stuff like that. Accordingly, will we sell her our willpower potions? I don't know what I will be using those for. I hope none... Oh, she doesn't buy that. Maybe it is a sign from the gods that we shouldn't sell it. So I will avoid doing that. In the meanwhile, let's see, there is a supply chest
Should
somewhere.
you need something, I will be happy to oblige.
Thank you, Edwina. At the moment, we're
Quickly, Outlander, or go away.
actually... it would be nice if you could tell us, to point us to the direction of the supply chest, so we could find some stuff to have. Let's see. Major Skills Quarter. Origin of Mages Guild. Oh, I'm so afraid of looting things here. Oh, there it is! Mages Guild Supply Chest. Okay, so we've got the vagaries of Magicka. Okay. A passage from the text of the vagaries of Magicka. But take care, lest power enfeeble the fundaments and curtail the flow through the congeries, except when functions be warranted, and safeguard that the congeries shall not be abused by prideful wizards confident in their skill and blinded by their ambitions. In this, hold the ordering of the congeries among the oldest and most trusted of mages, and make secure this ordering through arcane codes and keys to confound even the most clever students. The restorals must be most carefully guarded, for how often have even the wise lusted to overreach their bodies and souls with vitality and mana, but also must the magica fountains be damped and banked, sanctioning their engendering only to the reconsecration of essential arcane engines and templates, and then only by common assent of the council. Wow, okay. That is a very self-important book. Anyways, fine. More fortify willpower. I hope we'll get to use those. I hope actually not, because it'll be nice to sell them. We'd get quite a bit of money for that. And we've got a few intervention scrolls here as well. Perfect. So we will be heading to the Balmora Mages Guild, and we'll be raiding that. I mean, we will also be acquiring supplies from the supply chest there. We might as well travel to a Mages Guild that we haven't been to yet, but I think it is also nice to just keep everything as the surprise element. So right now we haven't visited the Mages Guild quarters in Vivec and Caldera, but we'll be heading back to the Balmora one just now here. Hello, Ajira. We hope we didn't scare you. That wasn't our intention.
Do you need something?
Okay. Chest.
I see you. Hello.
Esther Dallin, we see you too, and we're happy to see you. It's almost like coming back home, except for seeing our good friend Ranis, who is still waiting for us to complete her murderous chores, but we will not do that because it is not a nice thing to be walking around asking people to kill other people. Evocation of Azura. What was that? Invocation of Azura. Let's see. Oh, this is a short book. Okay. Invocation of Azura by Sigilla Parate. For 300 years, I have been a priestess of Azura, the Daedric princess of Moonshadow, mother of the Rose, and queen of the night sky. Every Hoggatham, which we celebrate on the 21st of First Seed, we summon her for guidance, as well as to offer things of worth and beauty to her majesty. She is a cruel but wise mistress. We do not invoke her on any Hoggatham troubled by thunderstorms, for those nights belong to the Mad One, Sheogorath, even if they do coincide with the occasion. Azura at such times understands our caution. Azura's invocation is a very personal one. I have been priestess to 3 other Daedric princes, but Azura values the quality of her worshippers and the truth behind her adoration of her. When I was a dark elven maid of 16, I joined my grandmother's coven, worshippers of Moloch Bal, the schemer princess. Blackmail, extortion, and bribery are as much the weapons of the witches of Moloch Bal as is dark magic. The invocation of Moloch Bal is held on the 20th of Evening Star, except during stormy weather. The ceremony is seldom missed, but Moloch Bal often appears to her cultists in mortal guise on other dates. When my grandmother died in an attempt to poison the air of Firewatch, I re-examined my faith in the cult. My brother was a warlock of the cult of Boethia, and from what he told me, the Dark Warrior was closer to my spirit than the treacherous Moloch Bal. Boethia is a warrior princess who acts more overtly than any other Daedrath. After years of skulking and scheming, it felt good to perform acts for a mistress, which had direct, immediate consequences. Besides, I liked it that Boethia was a Daedra of the Dark Elves. Our cult would summon her on the day we called the Gauntlet, the 2nd of Sun's dusk. Bloody competitions would be held in her honor, and the duels and battles would continue until 9 cultists were killed at the hands of other cultists. Boethia cared little for her cultists. She only cared for her blood. I do think I saw her smile when I accidentally slew my brother in a sparring session. My horror, I think, greatly pleased her. I left the cult soon after that. Boethia was too impersonal for me, too cold. I wanted a mistress of greater depth. For the next 18 years of my life, I worshipped no one. Instead, I read and researched. I was in an old and profane tome that I came upon the name of Nocturnal. Nocturnal, the night mistress. Nocturnal, the unfathomable. As the book prescribed, I called to her on her holy day, the 3rd of Hearthfire. At last I had found the personal mistress I had so long desired. I strove to understand her labyrinthine philosophy, I hope that's how that's pronounced, the source of her mysterious pain. Everything about her was dark and shrouded, even the way she spoke and the acts she required of me. It took years for me to understand the simple fact that I could never understand Nocturnal. Her mystery was as essential to her as savagery was to Boethia, or treachery was to Malakbal. To understand Nocturnal is to negate her, to pull back the curtains cloaking her realm of darkness. As much as I loved her, I recognized the futility of unraveling her enigmas. I turned instead to her sister, Azura. Azura is the only Daedric princess I have ever worshipped who seems to care about her followers. Malakbal wanted my mind, Boethia wanted my arms, and Nocturnal, perhaps my curiosity. Azura wants all of that, and our love above all, not our abject slavering, but our honest and genuine caring in all its forms. It's important to her that our emotions be engaged in her worship, and our love must also be directed inward. If we love her and hate ourselves, she feels our pain. I will for all time have no other mistress. Wow, that was a great read. I like that. That is a very personal account of a Daedric worshipper, which is a very important... Oh shit, we're over encumbered. The description of Boethia is something that we can relate to from Skyrim, so I really, really like that we can read about a personal account of being a Daedric worshipper. So I'm just going to drop this here on the ground while we walk over to Ranis and ask, do the citizens of Magan still have to worry about necromancy? Ooh. Galbadir, yes, you buy the stuff. Perfect. Should we sell our soul gems? Don't really know what else to sell. We'll sell Vagaries of Magicka, because we've read that now, and it was quite an interesting book. So, Origin of Mages Guild, we've just kind of breezed through that. Kaguji Mating Habits, can also sell that. Dance in Fire, did we read that? I don't remember. ABC for Barbarians, we need to read that. We'll do that later on, because we've been doing a lot of reading and not as much exploration as we would love to. 229 gold. Jesus, or Christ of Vitalis, it takes quite a while to get money. But we have checked the supply chests from the Mages Guild halls that we've been in. So let's go back to Sadrith Mora and venture outside of the town. Wolverine Hall. So now we are inside an Imperial fort and we have an Imperial shrine. We'll check that out at some point. With an arched door to Wolverine Hall. Lovely. The landscape is not that much different, but we're about to see that the architecture is. We've already seen this. Whoa, how do you get down from here? Will we risk it and... Wow! Yes, we will. Ha! Bold. Fresh air. We've been inside those halls of bureaucracy for too long. Now we just need to go out.
Keep moving.
Thank you. We'll go towards Sadrith Mora. See what's here and see what is that. Creshweed. We've looted a few of those. We'll take more of them. Wow. Gorgeous. And she's standing out in the open as if something's up. Vori? I don't know you. What do you want? Hi Vori. I am Vori. Acrobat. Oh, okay. Your trade? I'm an acrobat. As an entertainer, my job is to amaze and amuse my patrons. But in my more discreet vocation, as a second-story man and connoisseur of treasure and secrets. What? Okay, so that is a default answer that they have for all the NPCs, and as we discovered previously, is that a lot of Morrowind's dialogue, I think text, is gendered towards male characters, and so I think, despite the fact that Vori, I assume, is...
Don't stand about.
Yes.
Get moving.
Female presenting, as we would say. They probably just forgot to substitute man with person. But anyway, we will read it as what it is. A connoisseur of treasures and secrets. My job is to come and go without attracting notice and to effectively discourage pursuit when I am noticed. Running, swimming, or leaping, my art is to leave my less agile, less swift pursuit behind. Okay, we'll read it as it is. Vori could be identifying as a man. That is it. Let's see here.
Citizen.
I don't know you. What do you want? Blaze. Ooh. Ah, okay, he was just asking him about blades. The blades are the Emperor's spies. They're everywhere, but no one knows who they are. Okay. My trade. I am a knight. In the west you need a horse and land to be a knight, but here we have no horses, and all you need is good armor, good weapons, and the skill to use them. I prefer to fight with axes and shields. Since I live by my weapons, I have to pay careful attention to local feelings about killing and murder. What's right and what's wrong? Killing and murder? Outlaws have no rights and may be killed without scandal or a sanction. Guards may use deadly force in the line of duty. Okay. Oh, we can ask him about Uriel Septim. The current emperor is Uriel Septim, Uriel the 7th, 24th of the Septim dynasty. The emperor is over 80 and in poor health. He has 2 declared heirs, Enman and Ebel, but there is some controversy over the succession in the imperial city. And he has an extra heir that Dumbuk and the rest of us do not know about, but I won't say anything because since that court doesn't need to know that. Sadrith Mora, Trendus Droll's house. Okay, let's go a bit around and see what else we can find. Hello, Telvanni guard.
There's no time for talk now. Go.
There is no time. Okay. Let's talk about Apelles Matthews. He's recently arrived from Cyrodiil. You'll likely find him inspecting the grounds at Ebernard. That's another person that we heard about a long time ago. Background. If I liked you better, then I might tell you. Oh, okay. They really don't like us. As someone said already, they're not kind. It's not a friendly town, this place here, Sadrith Mora. Let's see if there is a trader or so around here. So, as we talked about previously, seems like Cor does want to infiltrate one of the larger factions in order to gain some political influence in the land of Vvardenfell, and that is why he is basically thinking big, and he's considering joining House Telvanni. So, Ankola. Okay. Telvanni Muckbusk. If I liked you better, then I might tell you. Okay, wow, no one is happy. Like, very few people are happy to share information with us in this town. Thurval Sarathi, healer. No. There's a lot to see, a lot to do as well. And, what is this door? Is this a passage through?
Time for talk now.
Ooh.
Go.
We just help him get through this hole here, so maybe he'll be happy. Let's ask about services and directions. Sadrith Mora. Oh, if I liked you better, then I might tell you. Wow. We might just...
Outlanders.
Annoying Outlanders. Wow, they're very unfriendly here. Okay, let's try to see if we can admire him. No. Oh. I think you mean it. Now that's a better tone. Admire. Oh, shit. That's crazy. Get lost. No, no. Stop this. Okay, we will so. We are not liked around here, unfortunately. So, let's try and see. Maybe we might as well just
Keep moving, scum.
be in this situation because they just, in general, don't like people coming from outside and ruin. And potentially you could also imagine that they would be unfriendly to one another internally as well. What do you want in Sadrith Mora, Outlander? Are you looking for someone in particular? Oh, if I liked you better, then I might tell you. Wow. Wait. Okay. We have everything on ourselves that we are wearing. Repair, maybe go in here and see if we need to repair something. Oh, it's a lot of money as well. We may just repair our claymore just because that doesn't cost a lot. Let's go in here. Hello. Sorry.
Leave me.
I love this open markets area here. That is nice. Oh. No. Oh. This is... Milos. What are you doing here? What can I do for you? Go free. No. There is no hope for us. Oh. But, Quadar? What are you doing here? What could Quadar do for you? Go free? No. There is no hope for us.
This better be important.
Let's talk to this guy here. Brallian. Brallian, what is the deal here? Ho there, Outlander. Ho there, Outlander. Are you here to buy slaves? Slavery is quite legal in these parts, you know. Can I help you find someone in particular? Were you hoping for direction to services? Well, let's ask about this slavery being quite legal in these parts. The Dark Elves have traditionally permitted enslavement of humans, orcs, Argonians, and Khajiit, and mistreatment of these races is not recognized as a crime other than as a crime against property. Slavery is not practiced in Somerset Isles of Valenwood, and its practice is on the Vane in Morrowind. By terms of the armistice, Morrowind defines its own laws and customs, and slavery remains legal. Slavery is uncommon in Redoran and Lalo districts, common in Telvanni, Indril, and districts. Okay, well that is sad, but at least it's like, you know, on the wane. So we might see in a few years maybe that it's gone. We know that the slave trade in Morrowind is basically doomed in so many ways.
Time for talk now. Go.
But Things Like Cor doesn't know this, of course. Arangair. Welcome to Sadrith Mora, Things Like Cor. This is the district seat of House Telvanni. We see many Outlanders here, but Sadrith Mora is not a very friendly town, especially if you're an Outlander. Can I help you find services? Arangair, thank you so much for being a nice person. You're not completely fond of us, but it's okay. Some Telvanni and temple services are available at Council Hall. Other Telvanni services have houses in town. Many services are offered at the Great Market. Look for Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, and Imperial Cult services at Wolverine Hall. Thieves Guild types hang out at Dirty Muriel's Corner Club. Okay. Specific someone in particular. We've already had that one. Specific place. Okay. The Gateway Merchant Inn is all that's open to non-Telvanni. Telvanni kin and retainers stay at Wolverine Hall, housing the Fighters Guild and Thieves Guild and the Imperial Cult Shrine. The Council Hall is the big sphere down by the harbor. The Great Market has many services and tradesmen, and many others are scattered through town. There are 2 corner clubs, Dirty Muriel's for Outlanders, and Pharaoh's Hole in the Wall for local Dunmer. Tel Naga is Master Nellis' wizard tower. Sadrith Mora is an island. There is no road or bridge to the mainland. You want to go west to the mainland? You fly, swim, or water walk. From the docks, ships go to Ebonheart, Telvanni, Telmora, or Dagonfell. The guild guide at the Vol'rin Hall Mages Guild can transport you to Ald'ruhn, Vivec, Caldera, and Balmora for a fee. Oh, okay. Do you know anything about joining Telvanni? Okay. Sadrith Mora is the House Telvanni seat, house of the Telvanni Council House, and site of Telnaga, the Councillor Mage Lord. The Councillor Mage Lord Mastaneloth's Wizard Tower. Visitors cannot enter the town, but must stay in the gateway, a merchant inn for outsiders. Retainers and kin of the Telvanni can travel freely in town. Many outlanders live here, but most are Telvanni mercenaries, craftsmen, traders, or slavers. As we can evidently see here. Okay.
If I can help, I will, but don't take too much time.
Illegal or illegal? The same to you, things like Cor. Welcome to Sadrith Mora and House Telvanni country. What brings you to the island? Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we can't go many places here in this town. Well, we are wandering about, so I wonder what that wizard's tower over there is, because there's one here and then there's one over there. I mean, they are everywhere. There's also one over there. Wow. That's incredible. Okay. Let's go and see what we can find out up here. Oh, are we walking the right way? We're curious. Things like Cor is inquisitive and curious and doesn't really... He's like, what can I lose at this point? Other than he'd love to get back to Cyrodiil and reunite with his friends, but he knows that that is not going to be possible anytime soon, so he might as well just, risk it. We've risked our lives a lot recently, and as he's found out, he can somehow live through certain physically traumatic moments and survive them. So he's kind of getting a little bit fearless at this point. Okay, so now that we've wandered about a bit, let's see if we have some places here on the map. We've the Gateway Inn. We'd like to talk to someone who can help us join House Telvanni. Okay, so this is Far's hole in the wall. Let's walk around, actually. Sorry, let me just go back here to the Mushroom Hub. So this is the central... No, that's the central Mushroom Tower. Let me just go here and see what's here. So this is Far's hole in the wall. We're just gonna keep exploring a bit and see what's around the place. It's a rather large town, actually. Nervrila Arloth's house. Okay. Rollis Garvon. We're not even sure if Argonians can join Telvanni. Like, we would be socially far down the ladder. We'll have to see what happens.
Can't you be quiet?
No, Maniki, we can't be quiet. We are actually quite quiet. We're trying not to attract too much attention. Anyways, Barter, what do you have, Maniki? We'll sell our throwing stars actually now to you here. Shock damage. Do we really need that? I think we do. Anyways, 15 gold. That was not much, but anyways. We'll leave before she insults us again with something equally as condescending. Sorcerer? Ortisofarin. Let's see if she wants to talk to us. First time in Sadrith Mora? It shows. Giving us the elevator look. Well, go ahead. Ask your question. Spells? Which spells do you have? Firestorm. No. Soul Pinch. A lot of expensive ones here. And a lot of expensive ones as well. Okay. Not going to help us. Let's see here. Vaden Bellas' house. No. Okay, let's go here. Balin Vendu. Monk. Oh.
I'm
monk.
waiting.
I'm waiting. Welcome to Sadrith Mora, things like Cor. It's kind of the same dialogue, introduction that we've had. Balinvendu. Okay. So, her trade. Okay. I am a monk. In mind and spirit, I am a student of the hidden mysteries, of the unseen world that lies behind the objects and ideas of everyday life. Sounds like almost dabbling in metaphysics. In body, I'm a student of the ancient martial arts, patterned on the rain of sand fighting styles of elsewhere. I pursue hand-to-hand and unarmored self-defense, because what you don't have, you cannot lose. I also train with the blunt weapons called staves, because even the poorest peasant can own a staff. To earn my keep, I train others in my skills. Okay, interesting. Training, sneak, acrobatics. Very good. She's a martial arts fighter. Very good. Okay, she was interesting to meet, at least. Interesting to know what a monk does in this world. Hello, Telvanni. Wow. Well, we will leave you alone as well. We won't bother you. We just want to see what is so important up there for it to be so big and elevated relative to all the other buildings. And the thing about... I love this, but it's also incredible. In order to get up to many of these, or to reach many of the Telvanni wizards, you need a levitation spell. And you need a good levitation spell, as far as I remember. Because...
That is quite enough.
That is quite enough. Wow. We just got yelled at there.
Keep moving, scum.
Basically, our presence is quite enough. But what is so interesting up here is that in order to actually get around inside of these towers, you need a levitation spell. Spell. So it is that you... Because there are areas where there are no stairs, no ladders. You just have to levitate up in order to reach high-ranking members. Telnaga Great Hall. So this is where Master Neloth is. And we're just wandering in. Sure, we're taking our chances. Hello? Wow. Look at that. Things like Cor is dazzled. He's never seen architecture like this before. He's heard about the mushroom houses of the Dunmer, but he's never seen one before. That is incredible. Oh, sorry. No way. Oh, don't. Are we wearing the same outfit as this person?
There's no time for talk now. Go.
Droda's Gallant. Sorry, before you send us away, we just want to hear about Telvanni. We cannot ask services. If I liked you better, then I might tell you.
Probably nothing.
Probably nothing, okay. Can we just see here? Homilies of Blessed Almalexia. We're going to treat this as a museum. And, oh, it's a nice story. The Homilies of Blessed Almalexia. Sothasil and the Scripts. Young Sothasil, while playing in the egg mines, saw a number of scripts in a deep shaft, and he began to cast stones upon them, snickering as they skittered and scattered, until one of the scripts, lifting its head up in agony, cried out to Sothasil, "Please, please, have mercy, little boy, for what is sport to you is suffering and death to us." And so Sothasil discovered that the idol of amusements of one may be the solemn tortures of another. Lord Vivek and the Contentious Beasts. So these are little short stories. That's nice. Okay. And there's a nice little moral to anecdote to each and every one of them, I assume. A Shalk and Kaguti were strutting back and forth in a foyada, casting aspersions of one another's looks. "You are the ugliest creature alive," the Shalk told the Kaguti. "No, you are the ugliest creature alive," the Kaguti told the Shalk, for each thought himself most handsome and the other most ugly. Then Lord Vivek chanced by and settled the dispute. You both are the ugliest creatures alive, and I will not have my pleasant sojourn spoiled by your unseemly squabbling. So he dealt them both mighty blows, shattering their skulls and silencing their argument, and went merrily upon his way. And thus Lord Vivec proved that ugliness is as much in one's manner as in one's appearance. Oh wow. Okay. Interesting. And in one moment, Lord Vivec is helping a... well, we don't know if these stories are true. But wow. Obviously, these Kaguti and the Shalk, they were talking to each other. And I imagine that they don't talk in the real world. But anyways, the boiled Kaguti. It is said that if a Kaguti steps into a boiling pool, he will leap out immediately to avoid harm. But if the Kaguti is standing in a pool and a wizard slowly raises the temperature, measure by measure, to boiling, the Kaguti will calmly stand in place until he is boiled. Thus, we see that we must be alert not only to the obvious danger, but also to the subtle degrees by which change may result in danger. Isn't there some kind of animal that we prepare like this in the real world? I'm not sure. Anyways, the dubious healer. Once upon a time, a Telvanni issued forth from his tower and proclaimed to all the world that he was a mighty and learned healer, master of all alchemy and potions, and able to cure all diseases. Lord Vivec looked upon this wizard and listened to his boasting, then asked him, "How can you pretend to prescribe for others the cure to all diseases when you are unable to cure yourself of your own manifest arrogance and foolishness?" Oh wow. The Gwar and the Mudcrabs. The Gwar were so tormented by the other creatures they did not know where to go. As soon as they saw a single beast approach them, off they dashed in terror. One day they saw a pack of Nixhounds ranging about, and in a desperate panic, all the Gwar scuttled off towards the sea, determined to drown themselves rather than live in such a continual state of fear. But just as they got near the shoreline, a colony of mudcrabs, frightened in their turn by the approach of the Gwar, scuttled off and threw themselves into the water. "Truly," said one of the Gwar, "things are not as bad as they seem, for there is always someone worse off than you." Wow, there's some good little anecdotes here. I hope you're enjoying listening to these as I am reading them, actually. I mean, there are basic little anecdotes that we've heard in the real life, but I like how the game explains that people acquire these same philosophies of life just through these texts with their own deities, which is Lord Vivec, Sothasil, and Almalexia. Okay, the Wounded Netch. A wounded Netch lay himself down in a quiet corner of its feeding ground. His healthy companion came in great numbers to inquire after his health, yet each one helped himself to a share of the fodder which had been placed there for his use, so that the poor Netch died not from his wounds, but from the greed and carelessness of his erstwhile friends. And so it is clear that thoughtless companions may bring more harm than help. Wow. Those were quite some texts. It's almost as if things are written on these walls, but you cannot be sure, actually.
Where is that slave?
That's that slave, okay. I don't think we're going to meet anyone in here who will help us join Telvanni, but we're going to be on the lookout. I almost thought it'd be easier, because, you know, in most of these games, you just walk up to someone who's affiliated with a faction, and then they'll tell you to go to a person in order to join that faction. It could also be that we are blocked from joining Telvanni simply because we are Argonian. But let's not give up at this point. Just enjoy also the landscape a bit. So we're out in these islands out here. Gorgeous. Looking in towards mainland Morrowind, which is obscured by all these smaller islands. We can see Red Mountain out there in the distance, with the ghost fence surrounding it. But nice with a bit of enjoying the coast a bit. There's a cliff racer over there, just silently cruising over the waters. It's a nice day, actually. Gorgeous. Okay. We've been warned that we as Outlanders should be staying away from all the Telvanni areas, but sure, we're stupid and we're just accidentally getting lost all the time. So let's go over here and see what happens. No one is seeing us. There's not enough guards in this place, luckily so. What a poorly managed area. Okay. Let's go in here. Is that council house entry? Interesting also. Let's just quick save just in case we get attacked. The line
sure
or
there's someone else you can bother?
What do you want in Sadrith Mora, Outlander? Are you looking for someone in particular? Well, if I liked you better, then I might tell you. She's probably like, don't go in there. Oh, this seems so familiar. Interesting. Oh, look at this. And they're all like, what is this Argonian doing in here? Felissa Ulesson. I am Felissa Ulesson, the mouth for Mistress Thorana. Oh! I'm gonna talk all about Mistress Thorana at some point. But anyways, okay. Mouth. I am a mouth in House Telvanni. I speak the words of my patron here in the Telvanni Council. Tell me about Mistress Thorana. She is my patron in House Telvanni, and I am her mouth. She can be difficult at times. Be very careful if you must speak with her. Mistress Thorana is one of my favorite Elder Scrolls characters. She's just one that has stuck with me after all of these years. Anyways, she's an icon, to say the least. House Telvanni. House Telvanni is one of the great houses. We value talent, knowledge, and initiative. Perhaps you would like to join House Telvanni? We would, love to. Yes, you may be a worthy candidate. Would you like to join? Yes, I want to join. Are you certain? Remember that once you join, you cannot join any other great house. Perhaps you would like to hear our rules? Yeah, I would like to hear the rules of House Telvanni, if you could tell me about them. Okay, we trust all members of House Telvanni to use their own judgment. If you steal from another Telvanni, but still live, then clearly you deserve whatever you stole. Murdering your opponents by magic or treachery is the traditional way of settling disputes. If you win, then clearly your argument has more merit. You may be expelled as in any other great house, but most Telvanni will not care or even know about it. Does this appeal to you? Not really, but we're going to pretend that it does. It sounds awful, but anyways. Yes, I am eager to join, says things like Cor. You are now a member of House Telvanni. Welcome, hireling, sings like Cor. When you're ready, speak with me about your chores and your advancement in House Telvanni. Okay. So we are a member now of House Telvanni, which is something that we have been wanting to be. We've made a decision. We cannot join House Lalo now. So let's ask about chores. Mistress Thorana has requested that someone deliver her new clothes to her. I will pay 1,000 drakes to anyone willing to deliver her new clothes. Oh my god, this is just amazing. Oh, yes. Okay. There's so many things just in these requests here. New clothes to Mistress Thorana. Like the fact that you're being asked to just bring someone new clothes. I think she just kind of let things like Cor join the faction so she could have an errand boy. But 1,000 drakes to anyone willing to deliver Mistress Thorana new clothes. You will see what she means with Mistress Thorana being difficult. Anyways, new clothes. Okay, listen. Take this skirt and deliver it to Mistress Thorana. She lives in Telvanni and can be eccentric at times. Take these Almsevi intervention scrolls. Don't hesitate to use them if Thorana becomes difficult. Okay, Tirana's skirt has been added to your inventory. 2 scrolls of unseen intervention has been added to your inventory, and I love that she gives us 2 of them just instead of just one. It's like she wants us to try to give her the skirt. We may have to flee, but she still wants us to go and complete the task, so thus she gives us an extra one, I assume. In any case, she is I'm glad that she's putting some level of trust in us. Okay, requirements. House Telvanni seeks candidates of high intelligence and dominant will. We value the arts of magic, mysticism, conjuration, illusion, alteration, and destruction. We also accept members to be capable of enchanting items. Okay, Telvanni, can you tell me a bit about that? Telvanni is Tirana's tower. It's near the southeast tip of Azora's coast on an island. I'll mark it on your map. I believe you can take a boat there. That's probably the best way. Okay, so we have gotten roped into joining these people, and it's a bit terrifying because we are not skilled enough to be doing it, but here we are. Let's see if the line likes us a bit better. Oh, she does! I'm fine, sings like Cor. Hope you're well. What do you need this time? Are you looking for services here in Sadrith Mora? Yes, we are. Some Telvanni and temple services available at Council Hall. Other Telvanni services have houses in town. Many services are offered at the Great Market. Look for Fighter's Guild, Mage's Guild, blah blah blah. Okay, so we've already had that. Okay, we are roped in the Telvanni Guild now. Okay, or house, sorry. House of Telvanni. It could be a great reality show. All these egocentric wizard lords and their mouths inside debating on behalf of them, and in reality I'm sure some of the wizard lords are not even aware of their mouths handling many of their affairs on their behalf, but sure, that's how it is. I have not visited Mistress Tirana in a long time, so I can't wait to go over and say hi to her. Obviously things like Cor has never met her, so it'll be quite a shock for him to meet this extremely powerful but also deeply incompetent person. So it's a funny mix in terms of just saying you have a character who is so contradictory in so many ways. Let's go here. Gal Zarathi. These are the docks of Sadrith Mora, Outlander. I am Gal Zarathi, shipmaster of Sadrith Mora, at your service. What's your destination? And if you're new to Sadrith Mora, I can tell you about the local services and point you to a specific place nearby. Are you looking for someone in particular? I might be able to help. No, we're actually just looking to go to Telvanni. We have to deliver a skirt.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Make it quick, Nireli Faris. Ah, and we arrive by nighttime. Gorgeous. Secunda, and I don't remember the name of the other moon, but gorgeous. Nice. Okay. Telvanni. So things like Cor approaches Telvanni, not sure what Felissa meant with Mistress Tirana being eccentric and difficult, but he will soon find out, and as he approaches he sees a crowd of people standing by. Tirana.
I heard of you.
Word spreads fast in these areas. Tirana Dallin, and he's like a little bit intimidated by them, so he passes her and her gang quite quickly. He doesn't think that he is at a place where he can defeat them, so he just passes through here and walks up to just see what's there. Fadaze, Sylvain, oh, a trader. Do you know what? It's nighttime, and like I said previously, and someone made a good comment about the fact that this is also addressed by the game itself at some point, but I'm not going to be trading with anyone inside their stores at night, so we're just going to go and Sethan's trade house. We might actually have difficulties getting to Mistress Tirana. We should really, we should find a trade house of some sort, just so we can spend the night. So Sethan's Trade House sounds like a great place to go in. Sethan's Trade House. Perfect.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Bernard Ariel. Don't be shy, Outlander. We don't bite. That is, in Telvanni, we only bite fools. I am Bernard Ariel. What can I do for you? Training. Oh, training. Oh, interesting. Oh, mysticism. An alteration. We might actually come back to you at some point, Bernard. Bernard. Okay, let's go upstairs. Hello.
Tell your friends about this place.
Lorena. Good day. I'm Lorena, okay. Lorena Sethan, publican of Sethan's Trade House here in Balmora. We rent beds, and I have a limited selection of goods for barter. If you're new here, I can also tell you where to look for other services, or a specific place nearby. If you're looking for someone in particular, I may be able to help. Okay, we just want to look. Could we have a bed for the night, please? Yes, we have one available. It's 10 gold for the rest of the day. Do you want it? We do. Great, the bed is yours. Enjoy your stay. And no directions to it, but we will just walk around until we find it. Shouldn't be that difficult. And we get to stay in one of these mushroom buildings. That's nice. Ooh. The anticipations. I like reading about the Daedra as well. The Daedra are powerful ancestor spirits, similar in form and substance to the Tribunal. Blessed be their holy names, but weaker in power and more arbitrary and removed from the affairs of mortals. In old times, the Chima worshipped the Daedra as gods, but they did not deserve this veneration, for the Daedra harmed their worshippers as often as helped them. The advent of the Tribunal, blessed be their holy names, changed this unhappy state. By the apotheosis, the Tribunal, blessed be their holy names, became the protectors and high ancestor spirits of the Dunmer, and bade the Daedra to give proper veneration and obedience. The three good Daedra, Boethia, Azura, and Mephala, recognized the divinity of the triune ancestors. Blessed be their holy names. The rebel Daedra, Molakbal, Malakath, Sheogorath, and Merunstagon, refused to swear fealty to the Tribunal. Blessed be their holy names, and their worshippers were cast out. These rebel Daedra thus became the four corners of the House of Troubles, and they continued to plague our tranquility and tempt the unwary into heresy and dark worship. The priests of the temple remain ever vigilant for signs of the adversary's return, sometimes aided by the loyal three good Daedra, who are familiar with the wiles of their rebellious kin. The good Daedra are known to the temple as the Anticipations, since they are the early ancestral anticipations of the loving patronage of the Tribunal. The Anticipations are the Daedra lords Boethia, Mephala, and Azura. Boethia is the anticipation of Almalexia, but male to her female. Boethia was the ancestor who illuminated the elves years ago, before the Mythic Era. He told them the truth of Lorcan's test and defeated Auriel's champion, Trinimac. Boethia ate Trinimac and voided him. The followers of Boethia and Trinimac rubbed the soil of Trinimac upon themselves and changed their skins. Mephala is the anticipation of Vivek, but manifold and androgynous. Mephala taught the Chima to evade their enemies and kill them with secret murder. The Chima were few in those days and threatened on all sides. Mephala taught the Chima to build houses. Later, Mephala created the Morak tongue. Azura is the anticipation of Sothasil, but male to his female. Azura was the ancestor who taught the Chimar how to be different from the Altmer. Her teachings are sometimes attributed to Boethia. In the stories, Azura is often encountered more as a communal progenitor of the race as a whole rather than as an individual ancestor. She is associated with dusk and dawn and sometimes called the Mother Soul. Azura's star, also called the Twilight Star, appears briefly at dawn and dusk, low on the horizon below the constellation of the Steed. Azura is associated with mystery and magic, fate and prophecy. Wow, okay. There's a lot to take in from that, I think, as well, just in terms of understanding the Daedra a bit more, and also their, I guess the perception of whether they're good or bad is relative to how you view them, and also them being anticipations of the kind of demigods. So Almalexia and Vivek, and I think Sothasil, as mentioned here, is basically anticipation of Vivek, almost in a sense a predecessor to Vivek in a way. So these are three beings, or three, we can say deities, that have claimed their godhood, so to speak, in a sense that is quite supernatural for this world, beyond supernatural, I think, considering that all here in the Elder Scrolls world is quite supernatural. These three characters have ascended to the state that they're in right now. I'd love to actually just get more of it refreshed, because I find the lore a bit complicated here in the games. It might not be, but it's nice to just connect the dots. I know the three of them, but I just don't really remember a lot of other things, considering how they're all tied lore-wisely, historically, and theologically to the world. So we'll learn a bit more about that. The doors of the spirit. The ancestors are among us. They're never further away than the waiting door. The ancestors are not departed. The dead are not under the earth. Their spirits are in the restless wind, in the fire's voice, and the foot-smoothed step. Pay heed to these things, and you will know your absent kin. Pay reverence through gift and prayer. Acquaint the ancestors with your affairs, with your comings and goings, with your blessings and trials. From the waiting door comes your protection. Heed the spirits who are the guardians of your hearth, teachers of wisdom, counselors of fortune, seers of fate. Each bone is a door through the wall of the world. Each bone is the road with wisdom and power that travels. Each bone is the ghost fence that guards us from the evil. Honor the ancestors upon our hearths, within your walls, in the community of your temples, in the solitude of your tombs. Guard your ancestors from beasts, from thieves, from profane priests and sorcerers. Let no creature steal your spirits, for the plundered hearth is diminished, and the plundered tomb is shamed. Live in one world with your spirits. Honor the spirits within and without you. Do not grieve for the dead. Take shelter in their arms, and pay heed to their words. Interesting. Well, the Dunmer do have certain rituals about how they bury their dead in these tombs, or they used to, at least. Who knows what they do now. Extravagant robe. Oh, seems like Cor is not a thief, but these are hard times, and he is becoming a bit more calculating, bit by bit, as he tries to navigate the society that he is in. So let's just see. Oh, that is feisty. Oh, yes! That is nice. More minimalistic down at the lower end of it. And then also these lovely amethyst crystals, or I'd assume them to be amethyst. Just dotted across these golden bands. I like that. Okay, let's go for that. This is going to be a new look for a while. Okay, expensive shoes. If we could wear them, that would be lovely. We can't. Great. Perfect. Well,
Tell your friends about this place.
we will, Loriana. Lorena, thank you so much for a lovely stay. And
May I help you?
oh, it's 2 a.m. Do you know what? I don't even know if we slept. Did we? No, we didn't sleep. Okay, we're just gonna sleep until healed. And gonna wake up. What time is it? It's 8 a.m. Let's go. I assume most shops are open at this point. Thanks, Narena. We had a lovely night. Let's go on and do this. So, Macera. Ooh, now they're nicer. No more get the hell out of here, Outlander. More like an acknowledgement of our presence in a nice way, Joe.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Fadazi Sylvain. Okay, I am Fadazi Sylvain. Are you new to Telvanni? Is there a specific place you want to go? If so, you almost certainly can't get there from here. We're a long way from everywhere else here in Telvanni. I think it is... Yeah, we are actually at somehow at one of the most southern tips of the entire group of islands. Wow, that is far away from everything. Thank the gods that they have these teleportation services. Okay, barter. Let's see what she has. Oh, a lot of different stuff. We like that. So, okay. But not any magical stuff. Let's sell our old rope and we'll get 18 drakes from it. That's fine. I'm almost tempted to selling this spark sword. We won't get much from it. I'm just thinking, like, what happens if our claymore, for instance, gets ruined? What will we do then? But we'll take our chances. There we go. We need the gold. Offer? Thank you. Please come again. I wonder if...
Talk is free. What do you want?
Oh, Enna. That is... I thought that was a
tourist.
A tourist. I am Enna. Are you new to Telvanni? We are, yeah. What is your story? I am a sharpshooter. I make my living as a mercenary, working on short contracts as a caravan guard or expedition escort, or for long-term contracts to nobles or merchants. I've mastered the various marksman weapons and can train you in their use for a modest fee. Thank you, Enna. It doesn't seem like there's much else that you can talk to us about, so we'll leave you to it and see if we can find someone who could potentially be selling some magical stuff. Thank you. They're much nicer to us now that we've joined the Telvanni organizations. Look at this penthouse view. Wow, that is nice. Wow. Gorgeous. Let's see if we can get further up and get a better view of it all. Just walk on the top of this mushroom house without falling off. Wow. And we can see Vivek there in the background. And we can see Vivek there in the background. In the far distance, if I zoom in. We'll get there, don't worry. But for now, I just want to go in and see if we can find someone upper tower. Can't get further up. Right, let's go inside Telvanni. And immediately things like Cor sees this weird arrangement all over the place of these kind of like egg-shaped things.
Where's that slave? Here not long ago.
Oh yeah, we can... Oh, great, there we go. Get stuck in between them. Kwama eggs. So they are eggs from the Kwama. And what are they doing lying about the place like this? Things like Cor thinks to himself. He doesn't know what it is all about. And books lying everywhere. Mertizi and Devil. I am Mertizi and Devil, and you are in Telvanni, a Telvanni settlement. Mistress Thorana, sorceress of the Telvanni Council, lives in the tower. Are you here for someone in particular? In the village, Lorena Sathan runs Sathan's trade house. Galen Barrier is a smith in armor. Fadaza Sylvain is the trader. In the tower, Mistress Thorana is a lady sorceress. Devasa Vedas is her second in command, and the Altma Molimo of Cloudrest is her guard captain. And Chirena Dallin, Mistress Thorana's Telvanni challenger, has a camp just outside the village. Oh, so that's the one we met earlier. That's Chirena Dallin. That's the one with the gang. Okay, do you have a spell that we might buy that could potentially help us get up to Mistress Thorana? No, you don't. Okay, that's fine. We will see if someone else does. Galleon. What a helmet, though. Wow. No, let no new thing arise, sings like Cor. I am Galleon, and this is Telvanni, Mistress Thorana's Telvanni stronghold. Are you looking for services? I am. Get food and rooms from Sathan's trade house. Galen Barrier sells and repairs armor and weapons. The tower has a sorcerer, alchemist, nightblade, and monk. House Telvanni, of course. A few others in the village may offer training. Interesting. Okay, background. I am Galleon, enforcer and lawman of the great House Telvanni. Dunmer, we've already heard that one. Okay, great.
Beyond measure, Outlander.
Now we're beginning to get some respect from them at least. Okay, great. The affairs of the wizards. Whew, okay. Do we want to read a little bit? Let me know if we're reading too much as well. It seems like you're enjoying it, but also we want to progress the plot. But there is a lot to learn, and I am dead curious about this world. So I'm just going to take my time to learn a bit more about House Telvanni, because it is an interesting faction in so many ways. The Affairs of Wizards by Turidus Talanian, in the service of Master Arian. Want to become part of House Telvanni? Sure, why not? Okay. Outsiders learning of the rapid, isolationist, and outlander-hating temperament of House Telvanni wizards often assume it would be impossible to obtain positions in service to House Telvanni. Nothing could be further from the truth. For example, since the Telvanni vigorously defend the right to own slaves, and since they keep many Argonian and Khajiit as slaves, many Argonians and Khajiit assume that they would not be accepted for service with Telvanni. Not true. Telvanni accepts all races as candidates for membership. And, since the Telvanni are ruled by wizard lord nobles, many assume that they accept only candidates of the highest intelligence and willpower. Not true. Telvanni accepts candidates of modest intelligence and willpower. Okay. I like that. What a way to put that. I'm trying to understand what that exactly means. But anyways, we'll read on. I do like it so far, and there's a bit of processing to be done afterwards. Anyways, it is true that advancement in Telvanni ranks depends on high intelligence and willpower, and that candidates proficient in the arts of magic, especially mysticism, conjuration, illusion, alteration, destruction, and enchanting, can expect to advance faster and higher in the ranks. But adventurers of all races and abilities who apply to Telvanni mouths at the Telvanni Council Hall in Sadrith Mora for acceptance in House Telvanni can expect a cordial welcome. Telvanni councillors do not serve on their house councils in person. Instead, they're represented by a mouth, a trusted subordinate in the residence at the council hall, acting on his patron's behalf, receiving messengers from their patrons and casting their patrons' votes in council affairs. The truth is that House Telvanni wizard lords depend on loyal, well-paid, skilled retainers for most services. Though House Telvanni does recruit from their own lower classes, they must go outside their house to hire the craftsmen and specialists they need. But since for political reasons, House Telvanni has chosen to reduce its reliance on veteran mercenaries for protection and security. It has been forced to turn to Western mercenaries for guards and agents. Interesting. Okay. Promotion in the ranks of House Telvanni, however, is very difficult for outsiders. Most disconcerting for some potential candidates is House Telvanni's casual acceptance of murder and assassination of rivals as a means to advancement. Most reluctant to prove their worthiness by killing off the competition, and those uncomfortable about competing in such a ruthless atmosphere might better employ their time and efforts in the Mages Guild. Interesting. This book speaks so much to things like Cor, and it confronts many things that he has to consider. Is he willing to go and potentially contribute to this ruthless and cold-hearted faction? Like, obviously, with Ronnie's in Mages Guild, that kind of attitude does exist within the Mages Guild. But here we have it not only institutionally accepted, but also institutionally encouraged, that in order to advance, and if you want to compete with other members, you can simply resort to murder and corruption in order to, and theft as well. Things that would be considered crime in other parts of the Empire. So that is interesting. But we were questioning whether we could join or not. And we can, of course, because House Telvanni is open to all races and people of all abilities. But advancing through the organization, we would be better off being accustomed to this lethal and very apathetic attitude to other human beings that some Dunmer have, or you could say hardcore Telvanni people have. So we have a lot of soul searching to do, and things that Cor also has to consider, because he's not like that. He wouldn't want to ceaselessly go and kill, so he'd rather use his wits, and he'll see how far he can progress with doing that here in this organization. But he's will definitely be encountering some scenarios where his understandings of morals and ethics will be tested. Okay, Maldroni Rendus. We are looking for someone that we could potentially purchase some items of. Oh, look at that. Oh, we don't want to fall down. But it seems like we have... Okay, do we have a potion of slow fall, perhaps? Oh, we do have a levitation scroll there. Okay, we'll go back here and see if we can't find Mistress Thorana. Oh, we're outside again. That wasn't it. Okay, so we're going to need this standard rising force potion to get to Mistress Thorana. So we will try to find her one way or another. Again, we're back here with all these books. Just going to see. This is the biographies of Queen Barencia, which we will read at some point. I'm just going to see here if there are lots of books. We'll get to them. Just kind of House of Troubles. There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot we can read. And oh, there it is. Thorana's Chambers. We'll get to them. We've read a lot already so far, but it would be nice if we also progressed a bit. So let's go in here. Are we ready for this? Okay. Oh, look, we were levitating like the Dua Lipa song. There we go. So who is this? Ooh. This is Felon Marion.
Magic you are looking for. You've come to the right place.
Oh, we only have this for 30 seconds, so don't glitch out. No, 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 no. What is it? There we go. Doing. Oh, no, no, come on. There we go. Whew, that was about time. Okay, let's see if we can just... There we go, weasel our way around. We'll get over to you at some point. We just have to see where... Oh, there she is. Okay. You must be Thorana.
Yes, Outlander?
Seems like Cor approaches the powerful mage very carefully. There's something about her, something that he senses is a bit uneasy and intimidating.
Where's that slave? Here not long ago.
He's right behind you. Seems like Cor's even afraid to approach the slave behind her. Okay, I'm gonna try to see what kind of voice would Thorana have. Oh, those new clothes. I've waited ever so patiently for them. Yes, here is a new skirt. Huh? Is that my new skirt? How do I know it's not cursed? Why didn't you put it on? I don't want us to put it on. Are those my new clothes? I've waited ever so patiently for them. Okay.
That's new.
Okay.
What was that?
What was that? Okay, let's ask her about the other things. Let's not talk about the clothes then. House Telvanni. It's funny sort of house with all those glowing blue crystals all over it. Did I ever tell you about when I was a little girl? I always liked going to the house. That's where everyone keeps their toys. Are you listening to me? You'd better be. Yes, that's better. No need to do that. I'd offer you something, but I'm all out of Karma eggs. Okay. What about joining House Telvanni then? Join with the house? No, thank you. I prefer to be in the house, not of the house. She's clearly gone completely insane. Solstheim, she probably has the same, yeah, that's the same dialogue there about Solstheim. Okay, the new clothes, she's not keen on getting us to, she wants us to put it on, which is where we're going to just quick save. And we try to put on Mistress Thorana's skirt.
This is the end of you.
You're wearing my skirt! You're wearing my skirt! How dare you wear my skirt! This is the end of you, Swit! Oh no! Okay, this is where we need the, She is powerful. We'll have to find another way to deliver that skirt to her. Malakmar. Okay, we're over encumbered. For some odd reason. Why is that? And... wow. She cast a spell on a scroll of black weakness. Strength has been decreased by 5. Okay, so I think we'll just have to wait a bit, maybe, until it has... oh, wow. Oh, crazy. Okay. Has she permanently demolished our strength, or what is it? Christ. Okay, I'm just gonna sleep for 24 hours to see if this could be a bug. Do we have anything maybe that could restore our strength? What happened here? That is weird. Restore strength. 5. Okay, so we're back at 5, but still 25 out of 5. That is quite incredible. We luckily had a restore strength potion on us, but it seems like we have to drop almost everything we have in order to like progress any further, which can seem a bit tedious. So I'm just trying to see if there is something that we could potentially eat in order to get a feather effect, or maybe restore some of our strength. Wow. There's not really any power on us. It seems like, so these are the active effects, and there's nothing really that is. We have the 100% immunity to poison, which is lovely through our Argonian heritage, and also a 75% resist disease, which is lovely. But we don't have any active effects that are destroying our strength. So we may have to find a way to... let's see, can we perhaps go in here and talk to someone? No. We can't even move, which is incredible. I might actually just reload this one here, because I think
I'm
it's...
listening. Go
I'm
ahead.
not really going to go through the thing of inventory managing everything right now. But I will try to see if there's another way we could potentially solve this quest. So let's try to put it on and quickly leave. Here, so as soon as we've talked to her, we're just going to go and ditch it. But first we're going to wear her skirt, and she's going to get very angry.
You will suffer.
You're wearing me skirt! How dare you wear me my skirt! You will suffer greatly! And then goodbye, and then quickly. Whoosh. Okay. Whew. We got away quickly. Perfect.
Watch yourself.
Whew. Okay, so let's try to go back to her a second time. Oh, there's a Red Stronghold. So now we're in Margan. And there's this open marketplace here. Oh, there's another slaver here. Okay.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
Zabarbale. Dunmer. I'm Zabarbale, merchant. I guess you deal in this kind of
Yes.
merchandise. No, there is no hope for us. They're just eating food out of these bowls. What are you doing here? What can I do for you? Go free. No, there's no hope for us. Okay. I'm terribly sorry. Nande. St. Veloth's Hostel. There's so much to see, so much to learn. We'll get there. Trust me, we will. But there is a lot that we have to get used to, and all of these places have their own interesting little societies going on that we will be diving into and learning more about. But right now we're committed to giving that skirt to Thorana. I think that is the most quintessential part of this episode, I'd say. We've been arsing around, I know, for a bit, but seems like Cor's ambitions have been quite... Ooh, Underworks. Oh, there's so much. There's so much I want to go and just dive into, because there's so many secrets here and there. So let's just take it as it is. We'll one thing at a time. Okay. Hello, Rindral. We'd like to go to Telvanni, of course. Board the boat.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Perfect. We'll be making our way back to Mr. Thorana. We'll take off the skirt, so it is that we don't get attacked by her again. Maybe she'll attack us. She just, I think she'll forget us at that point. By the time we return, she'll have forgotten us. The only thing is now we don't have another levitation potion, so we'll have to get one of those. So, oh, there's an elite there.
Outlander, what do you want?
I bet you that is going to attack us. It is going to attack us. Okay, we're just going to let the guards deal with that.
Outlander.
This could be a lovely day, don't you think?
This could be a lovely day, don't you think? Potentially, yes. No, no one is bothered with the fact that there's an elite walking about the area. Well, okay, we will have to deal with the elite then. Stand back. Hero of the day, things like Cor, will slay the terrible beast, who is evidently focused on ravaging Outlanders rather than native Vanfell folk. It's a really scary design. It just looks like it shouldn't exist. There's the cliff raiser over there. We don't want an elite. You know what? Let's try to actually see if we can attack it and defeat it. We have progressed quite far, and we need to level up our destruction. Ooh, look at that. Perfect. That was easy said than done. We just assumed that that would be scary, and it wasn't. And we're progressing towards our destruction a bit as well. Great. Okay. Perfect. we can't get up to Mistress Thorana without a levitation potion, which I just realized. So we will have to go and get back to Mage's Guild and pretend that we're good friends with them again in order to get one from one of the members. So let's head back, and if we can stock up on a few of them, that would be ideal, of course. So again, a bit of arsing around, faffing about, but we will get more consistent, of course, at some point. There's also the whole teleportation thing. It makes it easier to get around, but it also makes us discover locations faster than we can explore them. Okay, so let's head to 40 drakes, almost 40 drakes to get to Sadrith Mora. Anyways, okay, we'll do it. We're hoping to get that 1,000 from Felisa for doing this for her. Let's go in. No. Wolverine. We're heading towards Wolverine Hall. That is the goal. It is a bit too late to be trading, so let's go and find a trade house. I think actually this is a trade house up here.
Say what you want or go away.
Okay. And we're getting to know Sadrith Mora a bit better also by... Ooh! We clip through the stairs. We'll try just go up here again. Okay. Sadrith Mora, Gateway Inn. Hello, Angariel. I am Angariel, the prefect of hospitality here at the Gateway Inn. Shall I tell you about my trade, or do you need hospitality papers? Or perhaps you open to an offer of work. Okay, first and foremost, what are hospitality papers? According to the collective articles of the Council of the Great House Telvanni, outhouse and outlander guests in Sadrith Mora may not travel in town or speak to or conduct business with citizens, tradesmen, or publicans unless they have hospitality papers. This is for the comfort and safety of our guests. As prefect of hospitality for Sadrith Mora, I can provide you with these papers for 25 gold. Would you care to purchase these hospitality papers? We don't really need them because we've been walking around and been doing quite all right without them. So, but you know what? Let's just purchase them just out of interest. Thank you. And here are your papers. They permit you to travel in town and speak to and conduct business with citizens, tradesmen, and publicans anywhere in Sadrith Mora. Of course, we hope you will stay with us here at the Gateway Inn. Travelers of all professions, factions, and professions are welcomed and made comfortable here. Interesting. Okay, next question. What do you mean with work? A ghost is haunting our south turret bedchamber. As soon as we get rid of it, it reappears. We can't rent the room, and all our guests are in an uproar. The mage mistress, Aurora Uvolas, Master Nella's mouth, came to take a look, but said she couldn't see how to stop the hauntings. If you can get rid of the gateway haunting permanently, I will offer you a choice from a number of valuable items from a local enchanter. Ooh, okay. Gateway haunting. The ghost is in the south turret bedchamber if you want to look for yourself. Head upstairs, then keep heading south and upstairs to the room. It isn't hard to drive it away, but it always comes back. Mage Mistress Aurora Uvolas, Master Nellis' mouth inspected the room but couldn't say why it reappears or how to stop it. Go talk to her if you like. She's always at the Telvanni Council House. She thinks it may be some mischievous sorcerer. If that's true, find out who's responsible and make it stop. Okay, let's go check out that ghost first and foremost. What was that? Oh, Svara. What are you doing here? What can Svara do for you? Go free. No, there's no hope for us. Since the core is like, we will not give up. The South Wing. Svara is like South Wing.
Marsh brother, welcome.
You're always like, go free. No, there is no hope for us. The haunting. Ah, you've heard about it. I saw it myself. Opened the south turret bedchamber door, and there it is. Another fellow went in and attacked it. He wasn't badly hurt, and it wasn't hard to drive it away. But a couple of hours later, someone else went up there, and it was back. And it keeps coming back, no matter what you do. Nellis' mouth Araro Volas, the mage, looked at it, but he doesn't know what's happening. The gateway can't rent the room, and Gariel is very upset. Okay, interesting. So I guess we are at the right place. Yo, that does sound like a ghost. Whoa, that is not easy to get rid of. What are you talking about? Now we're stuck here at the door. Okay. Ow! You failed casting the spell. Now we don't have any magicka, but we luckily do have restore magicka potions. So it's all good. Failed casting spell. Oh, the cat's out of the bag now. We have to finish what we started. We don't have enough magicka, okay. Standard restore magicka potions. We've got loads of these. We'll do alright. Okay, interesting. Gateway haunting. A few hours later it appears. This would be a fine way of just leveling up our destruction. How did we progress? Ooh, very well. In fact. Is there maybe something in the room that keeps bringing it back? No. Couldn't imagine so. What if we rest in here? Will it appear then? We've rested 24 hours. Seems like Cor gets a free bed. Yoo-hoo! Okay. It probably doesn't respawn that quickly.
What do you ask of me?
Nothing. There is no hope for us. Sarava. Sorry about your situation. And Gariel? We've already talked to him about the ghosts. We can't say anything. So apparently there is someone who is... We need some stuff. So we would like to just do a few quests here and there just to see if we can't get a few resources. Because we desperately need the money. So we've said yes to help them out with this ghost. We've defeated it once. And we could probably defeat it again if we wanted to. But let's go over and talk to Master Nelothis. Whoa! Ow! We were unobservant there for a moment. Okay. So let's go back to the Telvanni members, the council hall, council chamber, and talk to them. Beautiful sunset. Isn't it a sunset or is it a sunrise? It is a sunset. We might actually just... Oh, don't stay in the water for long. There we go. Perfect. Let's get over here. Seems like Cor is getting bolder as well. He's not following the paths as much as he used to previously. Look at that slaughterfish there. It's just... Oh! Fishing. It's never been easier. Scales. Okay, perfect. Stuck in a little cove here. Nice. Well, that is impossible to scale. Okay. And going back here, we are absolutely going to slide back into the water. So let's try to see. Oh, we could. Okay, great. I was just being dramatic. Sorry about that. And let's go up here. Wow, glorious. That's a nice picture here. You know what? There we go. Screenshot captured. Let's go in here. talk to Master Nellis' mouth. Now we're part of the Telvanni. We can. This is getting more accustomed to the idea of addressing these people, despite them being quite intimidating. Okay, so Arara Uvulis, who at some point addressed as he, but now is addressed as she. Anyways, okay, doesn't matter. I am Arara Uvulis, the mouth of Master Nelith. Oh, okay, Master Nelith, can you tell us about him? Yes, he's my patron, and I represent him on the Telvanni Council. Master Nelith lives in the tower of Telnaga, here in Sadrith Mora. What do you want? Oh, chores. Master Nelith needs 5 portions of sloat soap. Oh, okay, sloat soap, what? Yes, Master Nelith needs 5 potions of sloat soap to help with his research. Here are 500 drakes. You can keep what is left after you purchase the sloat soap. Okay, so we have to... Oh wow, we just get 500 drakes. Imagine just walking through Mage's Guild thinking, oh, we're gonna make a killing being part of this organization, and day 1 and Telvanni Guild, and it's like, here's 500 drakes. Amazing. Okay, we don't know how expensive the sloat soap is as well, so we'll see how it goes. But anyways, let's talk to her about the gateway haunting. Ah, yes, that matter. I inspected the manifestations in the south turret bedchamber of the Gateway Inn. I examined the site thoroughly, but I found no evidence of a restless spirit or ancestral influences. The ghost itself is trivial and easily banished, but I don't know why it reappears or how to stop the reappearances. I can't be sure, but my experience and intuition tells me that a conjuration expert is involved. By that, I mean a mage skilled at summoning ghosts. That's all I can tell you. Okay, do you know any conjuration experts then? A mage skilled at conjuration is adept at summoning otherworldly creatures, including ghosts. Yeah, but you have any ideas who that could be? No, she doesn't. Okay. So, let's go somewhere else. Maybe the journal has something. She suspects a conjuration expert is involved. Someone skilled at summoning ghosts. Okay. So, we're just gonna go out and address that situation with the conjuration. So I guess the most difficult task is not defeating the ghost, but finding out who would be a...
That's unusual. If I can help, I will, but don't take too much time.
Okay. Sloat soap. Where can you buy some? Sloat soap? Annie Seloth might have some. Her shop is on the northern side of town, next to Farrah's Hole in the wall. Northern side of town. Okay. An alchemist. Is there a conjurer here in this town? Let's go and check out the sorcerer over here and ask them if they potentially knows someone who is a good conjurer. But first, let's go Farrah's Hole in the wall. So it's next to Farrah's Hole in the wall. Interesting. I feel like we're walking back up to Telnaga again, so let's go and see if we need to go down here instead. Aniseloth, there it is. Alchemist. Perfect. And an alchemist might also have a levitation potion. Oh, wow. Oh, there it is. Rising Force. Perfect. Okay. So, sloat soap. 50. So, I offer. Perfect. Great. Okay, Sadrith Mora. Let's go here. And we have the sloat soap. Now, I just wanted to check because there is a sorcerer down here. And I just want to be sure that we're not missing out on something concerning that conjuration expert. Because surely it must be someone in town who has a vendetta against the Gateway Inn. And let's go in and see who we could potentially ask some questions to. Oh, that's Morakton Guild. I don't want to go in there because I could potentially get murdered. That's the sorcerer. Okay. Caesar for... The same to you, things like Cor. Welcome to Sadrith Mora and House Telvanni country. Conjuration expert, do you know anything about it? Conjuration expert here in Sadrith Mora? Well, my first thought would be Master Neloth, the mage lord of Telnaga. He's a mickle wizard, but conjuration is not his specialty. In fact, I don't know anyone in Sadrith Mora who teaches conjuration. No, wait, Yuleni Hilaren at the Mages Guild at Volrain Hall teaches conjuration. I'm sure of it. Thank you so much, Otizu. Yeah, of course, that would make sense. That would be the second place we would have gone to, of course. Obviously. So let's go there. No. But soon you will. Everyone will know things like Cor's name. So let's go over here and have a look. We're ready to confront her. Hopefully she won't go ballistic on us and summon more ghosts.
Come on then, say something or move on.
Now what is this as well? Dirty Muriel's Corner Club, that was it. I love the name. I didn't comment on it earlier, but it is a really cool name. Dirty Muriel's Corner Club. And there's another tavern with a cool name, House of Earthly Delights. And we'll get there at some point. It's in Suran. That's the one I mentioned that had go-go dancers on a stage. Okay, let's go in here. Imperial Shrine. We'll go through. We're not here to talk to you, Skellian, sorry. We're here to go back to the Mages Guild. And who was it again? Yuleni Hilaren. I suppose that is a Dunmer person.
How can I help
No.
you?
Is there something I can do for you?
Yes, Yuleni. So there's a haunting at the gateway, and you would potentially be one of the few people who would know about how that ghost came about. So, you suspect me of being behind the gateway haunting? That Squeezebot and Gariel is taking it pretty hard, eh? That clown had me brought up before the magistrate when I first came here for not having my hospitality papers. But I suppose you're right. The joke is losing its freshness, and I don't want to get anyone hurt. Go tell Angariel that the gateway haunting will end. But do me a favor, will you? Give him these ghost-free papers from me. Oh, I love her. Nice. Ghost-free papers have been added to your inventory. Perfect. Okay, so I also forgot to check our own papers that we got. Hospitality papers. So let's just have a look at our hospitality papers. So, certification of hospitality. These are the ones that we received. By proclamation of House of Telvanni, Town of Sadrith Mora, District of Vadenfell, by authority of the Sovereign Council of the Great House Telvanni and its several client and subsidiary houses and clans. Hereas the general sessions of the Mage Lords and their mouths held for the district of the House of Telvanni at the town of Sadrith Mora on the 16th day of second seed in the 421st year of the reign of our sovereign King Lalu Athin Lethan, by the grace of all gods, King of Morrowind, Duke of Mournhold, Defender of the people and the law, loyal servant of the Emperor and the Empire, etc. Muthsera, Master and Gariel and Mage Lord, Prefect of Hospitality of the town of Sadrith Mora, aforesaid, hath entered into recognizance with sureties before us, his majesty's magistrates of peace within the said district, whose names are hereunder written. We therefore, his majesty's said magistrates, have hereby licensed and allowed the said things like Cor, the adventurer, Argonian, to travel abroad in the town of Sadrith Mora and its environs upon his own recognizance, to visit with all and sundry, and make conversation with and arrangements, and to seek lodgings with the citizens, tradesmen, and publicans of said town, as put forth under the law by the collective articles of the Council of the Great House Telvanni, Wadenfeld District, for 3 years, from henceforth next ensuing until such other time as shall be by us or some of our fellow magistrates thereunto appointed. Oh wow, I would definitely, if I was a master conjurer, I would also summon 1,000 ghosts in a bedroom just to get back at this guy for making such a tedious document. Provided that if the said things like Cor, the adventurer Argonian, do not from time to time during that time well and truly observe the collective articles of the Council of the Great House Telvanni, then this license shall presently cease and be utterly void. Signed, Mosera, Master, and Gariel, Mage Lord, representing the Sovereign Council of the Great House Telvanni. Wow. So let's see how she retaliated with her ghost-free papers. Certification of ghost-free hospitality by authority of the super extra very sovereign council of mages without digits within bowels. Hereas the Gateway Inn and all its dark and secret places have been found to be completely free of spooks, boojums, snark, spectral goats, revenant toiletries, or cannibal, vampire, and anchovies. Mathera, Mistress, Dunmer from far away, Mage Lady, Lord High Inspector of a hostelry for the town of Sadrith Mora, aforesaid does pronounce the Gateway Inn free and clean of all otherworldly, hostile, and malign entities, with the exception of the profound and displeasing odor that arises from the prefect hospitality, which, despite the preternatural magnitude of its offensiveness, may well derive from altogether more mundane sources. Wow, I am in awe. This is deep. This is deep stuff. Signed, Mothera, Mistress Dunmer from far away, Mage Lady, representing the super extra very sovereign council of mages without ditches within bowels. Oh my god, that is just epic. Oh no, I am in love with this. Hospitality papers. I'm just gonna look. I think this is one sentence. This is one complete sentence. That is just awful to subject any person to that. And there she is. Yuleni, you are an absolute legend. I'm serious about it. Here, I don't care. That is suitable. Things like Cor, take 100 from me. We could have used that 100 for something, but I just want to congratulate her on doing something as epic as that. Okay.
Any time now.
And things like Cor is still very much amused by that, and in awe of the breathtaking landscapes on this island. Wow. And there's a wild guar over there, a netch that is making its way over the water. It can do so at its own behest because it can float in the air. And look at that. McGuire over there. They're solitary creatures, quite solitary, I'd assume. Did you always find them just by themselves like that? And eating various vegetation. Lichens and mosses, I'd imagine, and grasses. Okay. Let's get back and tell Angariel about that. Let's see here. Wow, I love the bioluminescence over there in the water as well with the algae. That's gorgeous. Oh, nice. Okay, let's go and
say what you want or go away.
Yeah. We will, of course. And Gariel, we've got some good and some bad news. Your ego will be bruised.
I know you.
Yes, you do. I'm the one you sent away. He has that bug that Sammy has on himself. I did not notice it because it's only when you're like, oh, that's a nice amulet that he has. And then you realize, no, that's an insect wrapped around his torso with its wings folding down along the rest of the robe.
What was that?
With the bug on your chest. But anyways, let's confront him. And Gariel, your ego's about to be bruised, but your ghost problem will be over. So, let's see here. He's like this. He's redressing himself. You heard about side myself. Gariel is very upset. No, you are in Gariel. You already have your papers. Work. Okay. You say the hauntings will stop? How do you know? Can you prove it? What was causing the hauntings? If you want your reward, you must give me a satisfactory explanation. So we've got three options. Explain what happened, but withhold Yuleni's name. Explain what happened and include Yuleni's name. Explain what happened and deliver Yuleni's papers. We'll do that. Spurger! The nerve of that outlander! A disgrace to her race. She blames me when it was she who failed to obtain her hospitality papers. I will take care of her. And you got rid of that ghost, so you shall have your reward. I have a fighter ring, a mage ring, and a thief ring. Anyways, each ring fortifies the attributes most prized in each of these specialized disciplines. Which ring would you prefer? Definitely mage ring. Then here's your mage ring. Good day to you, and thank you very much for your assistance. And when I speak to my fellow Telvanni, I shall speak favorably of you. Wow, okay, he is conflicted man, so to say. Anyways. The Alchemist's Formulary. That is so.
With virtue.
Anyways, he was happy about it, but obviously he was like, I will deal with that. Interesting. I told Ingariel that the hauntings would stop and gave him the note from Yuleni Hilaren. As a reward, he gave me my choice of 3 enchanted rings, a fighter ring, a mage ring, and a thief ring. I chose the mage ring. And I am notorious for not looking at the stuff that we pick up. So let's have a look at this. Oh, Fortify Intelligence. Let's wear that immediately. And willpower as well. So is that a constant effect? No. So that's something that we have to use from time to time when it is that we need it. Potentially before battle when we get to one. I don't remember. Do they have? No, they don't have any protection. Obviously, so it's a ring. But okay. So time is running out also. I would like to just go and see if it's possible for us to go and talk to Mistress Thirana one more time. I'm just gonna call her Thirana because sounds a bit better.
Matsera.
And travel.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Okay. I think that will be the last thing that we do. Beautiful.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay. So let's go up. We've got a few CV intervention scrolls and some divine intervention scrolls. So should we have any problems with Thirana again, we will of course be able to move away very quickly. So lower tower. Look at that cliff racer there inviting us to come over to it. There is no way that we're going to do that. Okay, let's keep going. Wow, gorgeous. A few of these mushroom towers or fungi towers that are just dotted around the island. Telvannis is another one, but we'll get there. at some point up a tower. Let's go. Ooh, we have to be careful not to fall down from here and take damage. And let's go upstairs here and see.
Reasonable prices for top quality magic.
Do you actually... yeah, you did sell spells. That is true. Black Hand. That is true. Emasculate. Drain endurance. Are you joking? Wow. Well, it is early 2000s gaming. Let's see here. Okay. Rising Force Potion. And which end of it all is Thirana in? She's over here. Okay. There she is. Okay. She's calmed down, evidently.
There's someone watching me. I can tell.
Perhaps just lay from behind. Okay, and I'm just gonna see how it's over soon. I just want to have the mobility and not be burdened by this levitation spell. So as soon as it is, there we go. Okay, it's you again. Yes, the disposition towards it is 5 out of 10. Okay, new clothes. Is that my new shirt? How do I know it's not cursed? Why don't you put it on? Oh, I kind of think I know what we have to do.
I can tell.
And
It has no time for you.
Razar, what are you doing here? What can Razar do for you? Oh, I think we can give the slave the clothes, and what happens is that she will then, the skirt, she will then attack and kill the slave. I'm not sure I'm a super fan of that at this immediate moment. We're going to be going back to Felisa and just hearing what she has to say on the matter, because she is volatile, Thirana. What happens if we just leave it here? That doesn't make much of a difference. No, we need to have it on us. What? Yeah, she's brutal. I'm not sure I want to engage with her and the way she wants me to engage with her. So I'm gonna go into this guy and just see what he has in terms of potion.
Magic you are looking for, you've come to the right place.
Lovely, Felon Marin. Spells. Let's go and see what you have. Wow, you're definitely a conjuration expert. You've got loads of stuff here that we could potentially buy when we're a bit stronger. But as it is, alas, we're not. Okay. We're gonna go back and report our premature success to Felisa. And I think that's probably the best way that we're gonna go and solve this quest, because the other way, I assume, again, yeah, you can give the slave the clothes and then Thirana will immediately just murder the slave, and I think things like Cor would be quite upset if that happened, so we're not gonna do that. So let's just... Ow! Well, at least we leveled up in terms of acrobatics. That's nice. Okay, we will definitely be seeing more to Mistress Thirana at a later point. And that is for sure, because I remember there were a few other things involving her that were quite interesting. So... let's see. Time. This is so helpful against cliff razors. Okay, we can't do that because we need a... Luckily we have loads of these restore magica potions, so just... Okay, we need one more. And one more. Whoosh. Okay. So let's just see here. We are not far away from being able to level up and have the stats required
precious, so make it quick.
Have the stats required to level up. So let's go to Sadrith Mora. And first we are going to collect our reward from Felisa. And we also have some other stuff, because we got the soap, as far as I remember. Yes, we got the sloat soap. We got 5 of those. So we have a lot to approach the mouths of the Telvanni wizard lords with. So let's go and do that here. Very productive, and getting better and expanding our network, because it's all about networking, right? Especially if you're freelancing. God help me. Gorgeous area. Gorgeous area. Okay. Let's go in here. Okay. I don't know if we can actually address Felisa about, like, you know, just... Maybe she has some tips. I don't know. We're just... Did you bring Mistress... Maybe we can even, like, report that we were unsuccessful at it. But anyways, did you bring Mistress Theron her new clothes? I trust you did not have any trouble. Well, in any case, I owe you I owe you 500 drakes for the delivery. Perhaps I could also teach you how to mark and recall, if you don't know how already. Wonderful! Yeah, teach me how to mark and recall. First, you must set a mark. Then you use recall to return to that mark at any time. Felisa teaches you how to cast these spells. Perfect! That's wonderful! So... Jesus, that's better than anything we've ever gotten at the Mages Guild. Just for one mission, one initial quest or chore. And I like that they're referred to as chores here, whereas they're called duties of the Mages Guild. Like, what a way to just... It's all semantics. What a way to just call something to, like, sweeten it. She also has that bug there on her robe, like Samia has. I wonder if that's just the robe that is like that. We'll find a robe like that at some point. Anyways, Felisa will lesson. Arara Uvalis. Do you have the sloat soap? Yes, here they are. Perhaps these will put Master Neloth in a better mood. He's old, you see, and has trouble moving about. I use the soap along with some rue brush and bone meal to make an ointment for his joints. Okay, so let's just ask about some chores, and we'll get some chores and we'll do them next time. Master Neloth asked me to acquire a staff of the Silver Dawn and deliver it to him. Okay, whoa, wait a second. What? Silver Dawn? I believe someone in the Mages Guild here in Sadrith Mora has this staff. Master Neloth wants the staff, and I cannot leave my duties here long enough to fetch it for him. Go to Wolverine Hall, get the staff, and bring it back to me. Okay, we will do that. We'll just ask if there's also a chore for Mistress Thirana and Felisa Lesson. Do you want chores? Mistress Thirana is concerned about a slave rebellion in one of her holdings. Oh, things like Cor says. A slave rebellion. The slaves have revolted in the Abibal egg mine. Go there and put an end to this rebellion before it spreads to Mistress Thirana's other holdings. Journal has been updated. Interesting. Abibal egg mine. Let's ask about that. First go to Telvanni, then head north up the small peninsula, cross to the next island to the northwest. The mine is on the northern corner of that island. Oh, what a dilemma. So that means that things like Cor can... Interesting. Things like Cor's thinking. He didn't realize he would get involved in trusted these matters so quickly, but apparently the Telvanni people will give out chores to anyone who reports to them. We'll go back to Mages Guild and let's see how much do we need in terms of advancing. We're very close to advancing our destruction skill. So why don't we just go and shoot a cliff raiser? That is something that we do not mind taking down. Or potentially a slaughterfish, who knows? There's loads of options. Gorgeous. Ah, nice. Okay. Anyways. Over there, the solitary Quar. Seems like Cor is considering if he ever opened a tavern here, he would call it the solitary Quar. Okay. Let's go back in here to Wolverine Hall, and Okay, Mage's Guild. Let's see here. So, someone here. So, we have a quest from Arara Uvulas, who is asking us to acquire Staff of the Silver Dawn. This staff allegedly belongs to someone in the Mage's Guild in Sadrith Mora. So, let's go and ask a few people.
I'm listening, please. Go ahead.
Ariel, do you know anything about a staff that's called Staff of Silver Dawn? Yes, I have a Staff of Silver Dawn. I don't use it very often. I prefer daggers myself. I'll sell it to you for 300 drakes. Ooh, 300 drakes? Well, never mind, I think. Well, your loss. I'm sure it's worth more than that. Ariel, we're in the same faction. Could you not give it to us for free? Anyways, okay.
Hello. I hope you won't take too much of my time.
I won't. To Samiriel. Skink and
It wants something. What does it ask?
Go ahead.
Look at this. You too, Procyon. I completely.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Ariel, I'm just gonna try to get you to like me, which is going to be difficult, because I'm gonna. Oh, perfect. You're not so bad yourself. Okay. Oh, Christ, we got a bit ahead of ourselves there. Okay, let's try and get you to like us again. Oh. Maybe one more time. Yes, okay. Let's ask you about that thing there again. Oh, it's the same price. Okay, give her 300 drakes. Let's just get it from her. Here, take it. Come see me if you ever looking for another enchanted item. Ooh. We went from being... Well, we still have a lot more money, though.
What's this about?
Than we got from just doing duties here in the Mage's Guild. So let's go and give that staff back to Uvulis, Arara, and I think we'll end the episode then. We'll go back and stay at the Gateway Inn, and we'll call it a day. Now, do you know what? Let's get that. We're so close at being able to level up. There are loads of creatures around that we could potentially get attacked by and defend ourselves from. Yeah, let's go and do that. Creshweed. There might be something interesting up here in terms of a house, or maybe it's a local greenway or a cliff walk. This. So we just need to, until healed, it'll be night, but that's fine. Let's see what's around here. No cliff races, and I'm happy that we have a spell now that we can actually shoot them down from the sky. Okay. Ouch! Is that you who's... Ooh, we're almost there in terms of progress towards skill increase. That's what you call it, not leveling up. It's skill increase. Advancing our skill and thus advancing our progress through Mage's Guild. Almost there. So let's just, until healed again. There might be a slaughterfish. I don't want to attack the mud crabs because I do find that they're just territorial and they're easy to escape. Some of the other animals that are more persistent that I don't feel bad about defending myself from. So let's go here and try to see what is going. This is a Daedric ruin. They're dangerous places, but we're gonna approach with caution and see if we can... There's a scamp over there. Perhaps we could hit it from afar and see if we can... Could probably use the crosshairs at this moment, but let's see if we can't do it. Like here. Did it lose life? Oh, now it did. Scamp. Okay. Go on. We're almost there. The crater. He won't get us from this. Oh, he's almost there. Okay. We can deal with another potion here. We also have to try to explore one of these places. Perfect. We got Destruction 40. And there's another one over there. We will try to stay away from them for the immediate moment. Let's just focus on getting back to civilization before we encounter something else that will try to kill us. Loads of that kind of stuff. And this is the moment where a cliff razor descends from the sky and tries to impale us with its tail. We avoided that for now. Gorgeous Sadrith Mora is really a nice place. I'm getting used to running around these mushroom hubs and settlements. And they're more cosmopolitan than I remember them as being. Like, you kind of come here and then you expect it to be all Dunmer people, but there's people from different provinces around. Okay, so let's go up and chat to someone from Mage's Guild who could advance us. And who can help us? We will get some help from...
What may I do for you?
Skink in Tree Shade, can you perhaps help us advance? In order to advance to Conjurer, you must pay your guild dues of 200 septims. Will you pay these dues now? I have to pay money to advance in the organization when I get no money from being part of it? Are you absolutely mental? No, I won't pay. You cannot advance until you pay your dues. The Mage's Guild charter only allows us to accept Imperial coin. Then you will see me.
Greetings. What
So
exactly
strange
do you
this
require
place.
of me?
Far from
Where
the
did I
mark.
put?
It's been great conducting business with you so far, but it has been more losses than it has been gains for sure. So, and opportunists, you're all opportunists in this organization. Anyways, we'll be heading back to Telvanni. So we'll be affiliating ourselves with them primarily for now, and maybe only going back to Mage's Guild when it is that we feel like we need to do something for them. And we could also look into advancing just with Telvanni. So let's go back to Felisa and ask her if we can advance through Telvanni instead of Mage's Guild. So we're thinking in terms of monetary terms, which is something that things like Cor is unaccustomed to. As a scholar, he's been mostly focused on research and focused on advancing his research rather than advancing monetary gains. He's been tied to various arcane institutions, for instance, the Arcane University in the Imperial City, and thus he has not seen the need to think like an entrepreneur. But now he is seeing the benefit of choosing your side. And the Mage's Guild here in Morrowind is quite different from the Mage's Guild in Oblivion. So it's seemingly more decentralized as it is. The various quarters around Cyrodiil, for instance, are all tied to the Arcane University. Anyways, let's go back here to Telvanni. And let's ask Felisa about advancement. Yes, we find you worthy of retainer. That's it. Is there anything else? Yes, we find you worthy of Oathman. You have the skills we seek, but you have not done enough chores for House Telvanni. Okay, so we need to go and do that slave rebellion. We'll do that next time. We need to find somewhere to sleep as per tradition. So I don't assume that they have a place to stay here for faction members, do they? It's also nice to just go around exploring. Council house. Oh, Ah, I've never been up here. Oh wow, so this is just looking down at the rest of the council. The entire council from above. Interesting. Okay, cool. So let's go out to Sadrith Mora, and while I'm heading back to Gateway Inn, I just want to say thank you for watching this far. I know it hasn't been as eventful as maybe the other episodes and a bit more confusing and flaky, but I think that's probably just because we're realizing how much there is to do here, and there's a lot of locations. Like, this map is smaller than the map of Cyrodiil and Skyrim, but there is a lot more content, and there's a lot more uniquely named NPCs. The places have so many different sub-locations that you can go and visit, so there's a lot here to go about with that I think we just have to take our time doing, and I'll try to see if we can keep it more structured in the next episode, but I do think that there will be a lot of times where we'll just be a little bit overstimulated by the amount of choices that the game offers. So I should remember to go up the left pair of stairs instead of the right pair of stairs. Okay. And Gariel, I need a bed for tonight. You are not the right person to talk to, I assume. And I'm afraid that you are going to conjure up another piece of paper related to that.
Can we hurry this along?
Seems like Cor is also a little bit... Ooh, skooma. Skooma is an illegal narcotic substance made from refined moon sugar. Criminals use it as a kind of currency. They say it makes you fast and strong, but clumsy and stupid. Of course I want nothing to do with it. Telvanni buckmusk. Telvanni buckmusk is an expensive perfume made from the scent glands of Graceland beetles. The substance is sold in sealed flasks and appears as a dark red-brown paste. The subtle but compelling fragrance is attractive to all mortal races and all sexes. Even a barbarian can be persuasive wearing this perfume. Okay, Signora Men.
Brother, welcome.
Thank you for that. Seems like Cor is a little bit... He's not happy about supporting a business that is basically housing...
You have questions?
...slaves and taking advantage of their labor. Good day, I'm Erai, publican of Gateway Inn here in Sadrith Mora. We rent beds, and have a limited selection of goods for barter. If you're new here, I can also tell you where to look for other services. Okay, we'd like a bed for the night, Erai. Yes, we have one available. It's 10 gold for the rest of the day. Do you want it? Yes, thanks. Good, you can use the second floor loft. Thank you. Is that it? Is this the bed? I guess so. What kind of book here? Lives of the Saints. We'll read that next time. As a first things first. In the meanwhile, we can stay here indeed. Just rest 24 hours. So we're sure that when we load, that's something we've done. Great. Okay. Seems like Cor is back. He's gotten a new dress. We haven't found him a new Colovian hat. There are other things that keep getting in the way. But we've gotten a bit more coin. We've also lost a bit more coin. So we haven't progressed in terms of monetary goals, but we've cut our losses in terms of, we've more or less said goodbye to the Mages Guild for now, and we'll try to focus on doing quests with Telvanni. But in any case, we'll see what happens. And I just want to end again on this wonderful piece done by Shay, just to summarize who Seems Like Cor is, both as a character. That little boy that used to hide under a table with a book while his parents were fighting, and just sticking to his books, exploring the world from his little corner in his bedroom at times when it is that he wanted to avoid the misery of the outside, the at times scary world that he was growing up in. So now that has been an advantage for him growing up, since he turned into a really ambitious scholar. But now that he's in this place, he has to start all over, and he has to progress through the world through more violent means. So we'll see how it goes. Good luck, Seems Like Cor. Get some rest, and the rest of you stay well and safe, and also well rested in the meanwhile until we chat again. Thank you.